When I first began writing what I wanted to say for my speech, I wanted to start with a story, like all motivational speakers do. Something inspiring, eye-opening, motivational. I sat there and I could not think of anything. I'm only 16 years old and I haven't gone through much, unfortunate life-altering experiences that I could tell you about. So I sat there, I wrote my whole speech, finished everything up, and I became really frustrated. How could I have come up with all of this, yet not an opening story? I sat with my emotions for a few minutes and realized what was bothering me was extremely contradictory to the whole point of what I was trying to tell you. I realized I was so focused on the fact that I couldn't even get a speech written that I couldn't conceptualize that I was even giving a TEDx speech to begin with. To have this opportunity is something great. And I was focusing on the wrong thing and taking it in the wrong way. I ended up leaving it to the very last thing. And, as I said, I became really frustrated and I started watching these motivational videos and trying to fabricate something. I realized the only story I could tell was the true story, the authentic one, the one that brought me here right now. This is what relensing your frames is about. It's about changing the frame in which you see your life in and the experiences you live through. I always thought adopting a mindset is about changing the way you think through meditation or controlling your thoughts. But that's not true. Adopting a mindset is a conscious effort in the day-to-day life to alter the way we think. It's about being conscious of our thoughts and conscious enough to shift the way we want to see the world. The more we are able to alter the way we think, the more we are able to tune our life into a quality life in our eyes, which is why the aim of adopting a positive mindset is to adjust the things we attach ourselves to and to change the way we treat and speak to ourselves in order to create a quality life in our eyes. Seeing the world in a positive light stems from seeing ourselves in a positive light. Being appreciative enough towards ourselves that appreciation translates to our actions and the world around us. Our world becomes an embodiment of our appreciation towards ourselves. It has even been proven by Johns Hopkins medicine that positive thinking helps people live happier lives, by reaching their goals, as well as create more long-term aspirations for themselves and reaching them. So speak to yourself like someone you're trying to help. Speak to yourself like someone who you want to see succeed and live the life that they deserve. When I realized how lucky I was to have this opportunity to speak in front of a room full of people about something I truly believe in and practice, I started giving myself less of a hard time about not being able to write an opening speech. I started speaking to myself more kindly. And I do realize public speaking is not a huge achievement or a great obstacle I've managed to overcome, but this isn't about the magnitude of the event. It's about my thought process and my attitude towards it. There's a quote that says, "To change the way you look at the world is to give yourself more opportunity." Every problem you face is an opportunity for you to change the way you view it, to change the way you think of the world around you. There are things beyond our control, and there are things that we cannot control. And every human has their share of hardships and disappointments, but changing our perspective is the place to start in no longer allowing our circumstances to define us. It is not our circumstances that define us, but it is our reaction to them that define us. That being said, we should be able to differentiate between the mindset of having a positive perspective and deluding reality where you just no longer see the negative things in life. There are hardships in life that we need to go through and experience. That is the obvious. But there are also obstacles we face which we can control how we perceive them, therefore making them, for example, a less of a bad experience. This does not mean ignore the negativity our world has. It simply means to put yourself first and care about yourself enough to differentiate what you allow to get to you and what you stay away from. Be conscious enough of who you strive to be and recognize that unnecessary negativity does not serve your purpose. It does not serve who you want to be. Now, this can be done by redirection. Instead of seeing something that might be in retrospect seen as negative, try to see it as what you could gain from that, what you could benefit from that. Because with adopting a positive perspective, you're only benefiting yourself. The situation will not change, the events will stay the same, but it is you that will change towards it. When you carry a lot of love within your heart, when you carry a lot of positivity, then everything is going to embody that love and positivity rather than carrying negativity and seeing a lot of negativity and hate. That is why redirecting your perspective is extremely important. With change of perspective, you transform what you see as a weakness into a strength with certain changes. And that could greatly help you seize opportunities. I myself am someone who came to the school later than most people here. I came from a school with a lot of the same background, not much cultural diversity. I spoke 3 languages and I was not very strong in my social skills with other people, so I was kind of off-putting. I thought this was a great weakness, and it really put me down how I was not able to quickly mix in a culturally diverse environment. Until I realized maybe that's something I can turn into a positive. Maybe the fact that I'm trilingual, I do have the ability to make friends, I am charismatic, I am outgoing. I can turn that into something I can work with. I was so used to being confined to a specific environment that I did not realize that I can actually go on beyond that environment. That is the power of changing your perspective. I thought the thing that confined me was the thing that determined who I was, until I changed it and made it become who I wanted to be. You can fill your life with experiences and taking risks and look back with nothing but guilt and regret. But you can also comparatively do minimal and be completely content. Both are valid and both are your own experiences. It just matters how you experience them and what you want out of them. The only thing that will enable a happy, fulfilling life is not your position in life, but your disposition towards it. So choose your disposition. You may not have the choice for your position in life, but you do have the choice of your disposition. If you've been, in our age, if you've gone through a friendship fallout, for the older generation, if you've gotten, a leave from your job, if you have been forced to give up something that you really appreciated or you held close to your heart. Of course, these are, in retrospect, negative things, but how you see them is what matters. If you choose to see that as a rejection, then it's going to stay a rejection. And that feeling of failure is not going to go away easily. But if you choose to see that as a redirection, you are going to strive for better. You are going to strive to what you actually want to achieve. Good attitude is a byproduct of good perspective, and your outlook determines your outcome. If you are constantly in a negative mindset, thinking things will fail or you will not succeed in a thing, then it is bound to not succeed. If you have a positive outlook then the chances of succeeding are higher. Now, I'm not saying this means that it is 100% going to succeed, but your outlook and your perspective is what matters, because it is what's going to affect you. Change of perspective allows you to learn and benefit from what you go through in life. It allows you to take away some things and leave the rest, which might be negative things that you don't want to carry. So choose your direction in life. Choose how you want to redirect, and choose who you want to be.